I think that it's important to talk about these conditions, and you're definitely doing that because, like you said, they might watch that movie or pick up your book far
And
sooner than any kind of, you
thank you.
know, medical journal.
Yeah, I love what you just pointed to too, because this is something I hear a lot out there, Adria. It's people will say like, well, there's no cure for this, so kind of what's the point, right? Like why get diagnosed when there's no treatment, or why talk about it if there's nothing we can do? And to your point, what you can do is there are plenty of ways that there are tools and ways of communicating and providing different levels of adaptation as the disease progresses, where you can live as well as possible for as long as possible. It's not like, oh, I was diagnosed, hands up in the air, we give up. It's no, there are ways to stay connected and functional and living well as long as possible. And so you really want to get educated as to how do we do this,
Yeah.
rather than heads in the sand, fingers in the ears, la 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 la, this isn't happening. Denial it's normal. I tell everyone you go through the stages of grief when you're diagnosed with any of this, and it's not just the person diagnosed, it's everyone in the family. It's everyone goes through. It's denial, anger, bargaining, despair, acceptance, and we don't all land on the same emotional page at the same time. But getting past denial is so helpful because there's so much that we can do, and so many occupational therapists, speech language pathologists who can really help um, people stay connected, as long as possible. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. As a speech language pathologist, I do hear that all the time. I might contact a family when I was working in long-term care to say, we got a referral for your mom to get speech therapy services. And they're like, oh, honey, she has dementia. There's nothing you can do. And it's like, no, but there is. There's so much. And it's that difference between rehabilitation, which is what we're used to, which is restoring lost abilities, versus habilitation, which is maintaining and maximizing someone's abilities wherever they are in this moment. And that's what it's all about. And it's worth it. It's so worth it to pursue that.
Absolutely. And it's not only are you giving them the ability to inhabit their days as well as possible with the tools, but also I think the sense of agency gives you not the hope that you'll be cured, but it really does help people's spirits lift, right? Like
Yes.
there's something I can be doing today that's helpful. And it's engaging with another person. So, I'm with you now and you're helping me and you're helping my mom, or it's always beneficial. I definitely see the difference that people feel after connecting with support of any kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that hope. And hope is often, it seems like you kind of leave it by the waist, by the side of the road when you get a diagnosis. Like you talked about the stigma before. There's stigmas these conditions are hopeless, that there's something that we need to be ashamed about, that it's something that, and I think that specifically in all of your books, but also specifically in Still Alice, you showed how she pursued managing her condition. She went through a denial, and so did everybody in her life. But she challenges that stigma, right? She was educated. She was a great communicator. She was healthy and active, but yet she still had early onset Alzheimer's. She didn't deserve it, or it just happened to her. And she pursued a lot of those compensatory strategies that we might train someone in. And I think at the time, was it like a BlackBerry or like a Palm Pilot or
I know it
something
was
that
so long ago now, right? Yeah.
that she was
Blackberry.
keeping track of, like, reminders and things. She was employing all of these kind of strategies to stay working as long as she could. And I think that although, yes, she still progressed, and everyone with a degenerative neurological condition will, in the long term, it's still so helpful to have those kind of people in your life, medical professionals or not, to challenge you and to equip you
Yes.
to continue to live and function.
Because it also communicates the message that you are still here and your life still has value and meaning,
Yeah.
right? Today still matters, right? Just because, and I tell folks all the time, you might not remember what happened today. By the way, I don't have Alzheimer's and I might not remember what happened today, right? I tell everybody, like, can you tell me what you had for lunch last Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me everyone who texted you 2 days ago? No. So it's like, memory is imperfect to begin with, but like, let's say you have Alzheimer's and you're going to forget all of today by tomorrow. That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that today didn't matter. That doesn't mean that the conversations you had weren't meaningful to you or the people you had them with, right? It doesn't mean that your presence wasn't valued to, oh, you went to your grandchildren's soccer game and that they were so thrilled you were there. You don't remember the game, but that was a moment they'll remember. So in investing in the quality of people's day-to-day lives communicates that you're still a human being who matters.
Yeah. Yeah.